Good morning, my darlings. What time is it? It is 4:38. Okay, well, I just turned for about the second or third time, and I see the Americans and, you know, others are just like going bananas with all these new headlines, and I'm just like, I'm too tired to be bothered, you guys. I'm too tired. I can't do this. But anyway, I'm finally up for just a minute. So I'm on Murad Morales' um, um, channel, daily and consistent content. He has a really good strategy for marketing his YouTube channel. Subscribe, 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 daily and consistent content. So let's call him that. Subscribe, subscribe, daily and consistent content, right? And I should start saying that too on my channel. I mean, he has over, how many people does he have here? He has over, and he has a store, and he has what? I don't know, 317,000 people. And every day he says, every video he starts with subscribe, subscribe, daily and consistent content. I should start saying that. I should start saying that, but it's kind of like I'm embarrassed to do it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I digress. So he had a very, very interesting video on tonight, and it's about Dan Wooten, the disgraced journalist who was fired. I believe, was it GB News or Talk TV or whatever? He was fired from his last gig because I don't frankly know why, and it doesn't even matter. He was fired. He was one of the main tormentors of Megan, and he really was, I think, completely demonic, utterly demonic. And he brought on Samantha Markle. I think at one point she was a somewhat of a permanent panelist on his show. I mean, it was something to behold. You know what I mean? And you just didn't see a way that someone like him could be stopped. And very suddenly he was stopped. I mean, and I don't think necessarily he was fired because of Macon, but some kind of weird shenanigans that, I mean, I just didn't even bother to educate myself on it because I really didn't think that that kind of information would, edify me in any way. So I was just like, no, thank you. But anyway, according to Murad, Dan has come out with some astonishing, quote unquote, astonishing details where he has shared, because apparently Dan used to work for The Sun as well. The Sun is the UK paper that should have the tagline, "We don't have any journalistic integrity, and frankly, my dear, we don't give a damn." That should be their tagline, right? So apparently, the CEO of The Sun is a woman named Rebekah Brooks. Rebekah Brooks is the CEO of The Sun, according to Dan Wooten. And so, this new video here of Catherine and William Wannabes, to Catherine and William Wannabes, I mean, can you even call them wannabes? It is so utterly ridiculous. Um, that it has been really debunked at this point by the very people who published it, such as TMZ at this point. This guy, one of the TMZ um, reporters, was on an interview today in DC, which I covered in the video before this one. saying that, he's now convinced that it's a fake, it's a fraud, it's a fraud. But here's my big thing. What I can't even believe is that the son, according to Dan Wooten, paid over £200,000 in a deal to pay for this video. So either they really believed it was Kate or they believed it was such a good fake that people would click, and they would make the money back in clicks. And I guess, I mean, I don't know how they make their money. Excuse me. But because, I mean, 200,000, you need to make that back plus a little bit, right? I mean, that's an investment. So, I mean, you buy this, and then what do? You sell it to TMZ so that they can break it. I mean, apparently the Daily Mail also bid on this photograph, but they were outbid by the Sun, and then the Daily Mail printed the photo on their website anyway, because everybody wanted to be the one to break the story. But according to Dan Wooten, again, Don Wooten, what is this? Twitter? What is this? I have no idea. But he says here, astonishing details behind the son's picture of Catherine. I'm told a member of the public sold it to the agency Southwest News. Oh, they sold it to Southwest News. And then the son paid over 200,000 in a deal signed off by CEO Rebekah Brooks. Kensington Palace likely agreed not to complain. So he basically threw Kensington Palace under the bus. And it's very interesting how Kensington Palace conveniently is not coming out with any kind of, you know, what do you call it when they issue a statement to the public that this is false. Usually Kensington Palace is on top of these things. For example, when they said that King Charles was dead, the Russian Sputnik said King Charles was dead, they immediately issued a denial. But Kensington Palace is not issuing any denials about this. Now, I don't expect Kensington Palace to issue a denial about everything, but this is a big story. I mean, this story went viral. People really believed it. Obviously, people paid big bucks for it, and the public believed it for a few hours, right? So I would think that if Kensington Palace is outraged by something like this, by the deception of the public, deceiving the public, misleading the public, lying to the public, being dishonest with the public, even if they are not the ones who issued the photograph, that an immediate denial and takedown from Kensington Palace would have been the right approach. Instead, they remained silent and allowed the public to once again be deceived that this was Catherine. I mean, I was not deceived for a second, right? Because, this woman is obviously, I mean, even the frickin' blind can see that. Ray Charles could have seen that this is not Catherine. Stevie Wonder can see that this is not Catherine. And quite frankly, it's not William either, right? And I saw that immediately, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was sleepy AF, and I could see that. And all these people pretending to believe this is Kate. You have to be pretending to believe this is Kate. You can't seriously believe this is Kate. You really just can't, right? And so Dan Wooten. So now, him telling us all this information, I'm not really sure. What's the purpose of this? So astonishing details. What is astonishing about it? It's astonishing because what they sold it to the Southwest Agency. Obviously, we all understood that some kind of transaction occurred for them to get this photo and that money was passed. So why is it astonishing? Signed off by Rebekah Brooks. I guess it's astonishing because it's maybe to Dan, it's just so stupid. I mean, why would you pay that much money for an obvious fake? You know what I mean? It's not even a good fake, it's an obvious fake. TMZ was like, it's 100% her. Because again, TMZ is making money. Clicks, 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 clicks. They're making back the money. They know this can't possibly be Catherine, but they're just playing with the public. It's all about click. This is a clickbait business, and I'm really just only starting to understand it. It's like it's all about clicks. It's all about eyeballs. That's how people are making money. TMZ knew this was not Catherine, right? And so did the Sun, right? They bought it because it was a good fake, and they felt that it would get enough clicks initially that it would make back the 200,000. But why is it astonishing? Dan Wooten is wading in just to wade in. There was nothing astonishing about this. There's no there in his breaking news as far as I'm concerned. Your thoughts?